Ever since Deltarune Chapter 5 released, a lot of fans have been talking about Escor's flowers. Some people see them as just new characters. Others see them as another Undertale reference. But I think Toby Fox might have done something much more interesting. What if the flowers in Deltarune aren't just characters? What if they're representations of the fallen humans from Undertale? Not literally, of course. I don't think we're looking at their actual souls. But maybe, for the first time in almost 10 years, we're seeing their personalities, their dreams, and maybe even their names. Of course, this is just a theory, but the more I compared these Deltarune characters to the human souls from Undertale, the more strange coincidences I found. And the most interesting part isn't even the colors, it's their personalities, their dreams, and the roles they play. Aqua, the soul of patience. Let's start with the character who seems the least likely to represent patience. Aqua is hyperactive, impulsive, and absolutely obsessed with the idea of playing games. She can't sit still, and she seems to be the complete opposite of what most people imagine when they hear the word patience. And that's exactly why she caught my attention. Most people think patience means calmly sitting around and doing nothing. But what if that's not what patience actually is? What if patience means being able to wait, even when all you want to do is act? Aqua dreamed of playing. She waited a very long time for the chance to do so. And when she finally gained awareness and the ability to turn her desires into reality in the dark world, she immediately did what she had wanted to do all along. She played, even if that game was dangerous for everyone around her. And honestly, I don't think Aqua is evil. I think she simply sees the world as a game. She uses knives, attacks others, and acts recklessly not because she enjoys hurting people, but because she's finally able to experience the adventure she dreamed about for so long. And that's why I don't think her impatience disproves the connection to the soul of patience. I think it actually supports it, because despite who she is, Aqua spent an incredibly long time waiting for one single moment. The moment when she could finally be herself. Orange Bravery. The next character is even more interesting. At first glance, she just seems aggressive and overly dramatic. She talks constantly about fighting, acts tough, and always tries to appear stronger than she actually is. But I think that's exactly what makes her brave. During one scene, she experiences genuine fear and humiliation. She deals 0 damage, realizes that others might be laughing at her, and yet she keeps fighting anyway. And isn't that the definition of bravery? Bravery isn't the absence of fear. Bravery is choosing to act despite being afraid. That's why I think she could genuinely represent the orange soul. Blue Integrity. This character is probably the strangest one. He's a dancer. He believes that true strength doesn't come from physical power, but from honesty and love. Even in combat, he rarely attacks directly. And what's really interesting is that his dream isn't about fame or victory. He wants to express love through his movements, even if nobody ever sees the performance. Maybe that's what integrity means in Toby Fox's world. Not just being honest with others, but being honest with yourself. Seth, the soul of perseverance. Honestly, Seth is the character who convinced me the most. He doesn't force his way through problems with strength. He pushes forward through analysis, experience, and constant self-improvement. His dream is to become a genius, not just someone intelligent, but someone capable of understanding any situation and finding a solution. And if we think of perseverance not as physical endurance, but as the willingness to keep improving no matter what, then Seth is practically the embodiment of that idea. Even his name might be our first real hint at the identity of the purple soul. Green Kindness. The green character almost never seeks conflict. They support others, help their allies, and avoid hurting anyone without a good reason. Their dream is simple. They want to become a chef. And honestly, that might be one of the most human dreams out of all of them. That's why their connection to the soul of kindness feels like one of the strongest parallels in the entire theory. Yellow Justice. The yellow character is also incredibly interesting. He tries to be fair in every situation. Sometimes he's so committed to justice that he's willing to blame himself instead of the actual person responsible. But when things become serious, he's capable of making difficult decisions and delivering true judgment. His dream is to become a cowboy. And considering how long the Undertale community has associated the yellow soul with gunslingers and cowboys. This connection becomes even more interesting. So what does all of this mean? Of course, I can't say that any of this is true. Maybe these are just new characters. Maybe Toby Fox simply wanted to include a few references to Undertale. But if that's the case, then one question remains. Why include so many parallels at once? The colors, the items, the personalities, the dreams, the roles they play, the names. Maybe, after almost 10 years of waiting, Toby Fox finally decided to show us something we've never truly seen in Undertale. Not the story of the fallen children, but who they actually were.